Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
Valley News Live has been riding the rails all day today, and we're continuing our journey tonight. And look at the crowd we have out there. This is a live look out in Lisbon, North Dakota. All the folks joining us. Our passenger car, the Dagny Taggart, has been chugging along the Red River Valley and Western Railroad with us, taking us from town to town to see you. We're stopping in 8 towns over a 2-day span, and we'd love to meet you. What great folks. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight, we are live from Lisbon. As you can see, everyone out there, our very own Valley News teams, Mike Morkin and Hutch Johnson, are there for our evening newscasts. They'll be talking more with the mayor and many other community members. Stick with us throughout the show as we see what they're up to. Well, discussion tonight on whether suspended West Fargo school teacher Aaron Knodel will be welcomed back to teach. Knodel was acquitted by a Fargo jury in June of having a sexual relationship with a teenage student in 2009. Valley News team's Krista Bain joins us live from the West Fargo School Board meeting there. It's conducting their own investigation. Krista?
The West Fargo Public School Superintendent, David Flowers, is speaking tonight in just about a half hour, where he'll talk about Aaron Knodel's future with the district here. Now, so far, 6 people are pre-registered to sign up during the public comment regarding the situation. Knodel was first suspended without pay last August. And Flowers says the district's investigation these last 2 weeks is not looking at the court case, but on questions of behavior and judgment and whether any ethical lines were crossed that would cause for concern. Again, that meeting begins in just about a half hour, and we'll be here and bringing you more live at Valley News Live 6 and 10. Steph?
All right, Krista, thank you. Now, stick with Valley News Live and valleynewslive.com for updates on this story. Well, it's said to be the biggest action of its kind in U.S. history. Chrysler is being ordered to pay a record fine of $105 million for mishandling dozens of recalls. The company must offer to buy back 500,000 Ram pickups that have defective steering parts, causing customers to lose control. And owners of 1 million Jeeps can trade in their vehicles after certain types are being considered prone to deadly fires. An issue with the gas tank has been linked to more than 50 deaths. Valley News team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson shows us how the recall is affecting drivers here in the Valley.
If there's something wrong with it, I don't know why they didn't come out with it sooner.
Driver of this Dodge Ram, Ethan Preston, is hearing about the recall for the first time.
This truck hasn't been that big of a problem for me.
His truck could be one of those affected, and if it is, he says it's no big deal.
Give me more money than my truck's worth, then why not send it in and get a different one? I don't get that emotionally attached to each vehicle.
We talked to the local Corwin Chrysler dealership today. They tell us they don't know exactly which vehicles are being recalled, but say they will sometime this week.
Most Dodge fans are going to stay in the Dodge anyway.
So you're a Dodge fan?
All the way. If you can't dodge it, ram it.
Ryan Verolrud, proud owner of a brand new pickup, called Chrysler this morning, pleased to know he's not affected.
Recalls happen. Nobody's perfect. That's just them coming out and saying, hey, look, we made a mistake. We're willing to fix it.
While Preston waits to find out if his truck is one of those being recalled, he says he's not worried about safety.
Yeah, I can see the word recall getting blown out of proportion.
Both the Jeep and Ram recalls are part of a larger movement, one where safety regulators say they're trying to get more aggressive with automakers cracking down on safety. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Fiat Chrysler says they'll notify customers affected by the recall, and Corwin Chrysler in Fargo says that you can call them if you have concerns, and they should know more specifics this week. We also have more information on our website at valleynewslive.com. Just click on the hot button. Well, it's a hot day out there today, and storms are starting to brew in the valley. It looks nice in Fargo, but we've got some more details from meteorologist Lisa Green on what's going to happen tonight. Lisa, it is just hot and muggy out there.
Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. We know something's going to happen when we feel all of that energy in the atmosphere. It's oppressive out there right now. We're at 90 degrees in Fargo, 91 in Oaks, and when you factor in that humidity in the air in Oaks, it feels like it's over 100 degrees right now. 86 in Grand Forks is our temperature there. Here's a look at the radar. We've been seeing some showers and thunder showers trying to get going with all this heat and humidity, but the thunder shower activity starting to pop up out west along the frontal boundary that'll be moving through late tonight. And with that, we have our chance for some severe storms through the overnight hours and into the early part of the day on Tuesday. The greatest threat is in central and western parts of the Dakotas in orange. However, we're in the slight risk in yellow for much of the region, and that continues eastward to a marginal risk. So the greatest threat for severe storms in our western counties. We'll be talking about what we can expect to see and when it will be hitting us coming up here in just a few moments. Some of us not getting a very good night's sleep as these storms pass through.
It's hot, and now you're not going to get a good night's sleep. I guess we'll just have to prepare for it.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. Well, the Cass County Sheriff's Office has identified a man shot over the weekend as 28-year-old Akeem Johnson. Cass County deputies were called about a disturbance just before midnight Friday, but the call was disconnected. A short time later, deputies got another call about someone with a gunshot wound in West Fargo, realized that the two incidents were related. Deputies say the shooting happened outside of the city, but Johnson drove himself into the Brookwood Mobile Home Park in West Fargo. He was treated at the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries, and the Cass County Sheriff's Office is still investigating exactly what happened. The Beltrami County Sheriff's Office is investigating after a man held a woman hostage for several hours. Investigators say a 76-year-old man called 911 requesting medical help early yesterday morning. When deputies got to the home in Liberty Township, the man's girlfriend said that he had not slept in days because of complications from Lyme's disease. A few hours after deputies left, the man called 911 again, talking about harming himself with a gun, and they discovered his girlfriend was being held hostage. Several agencies, including a SWAT team, set up a perimeter near the home. After 5 hours of negotiations, the woman was able to escape from a second-story window. Minutes later, the man turned himself in. He was taken to the hospital for a mental health evaluation. Multiple adult zebra mussels are in another Minnesota lake. This time, the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources says they're in Big Cormorant. The search began after earlier report from property owner who suspected zebra mussels. Officials were able to find 3 live adult mussels in different areas in the lake. Right now, the DNR is reminding everyone to carefully inspect their boats, docks, lifts whenever they're removing them from lakes and rivers. Starting tomorrow, congestion's expected a little bit along 20th Street South in Moorhead. All turning lanes will be closed between 28th and 30th Avenue South as part of the ongoing construction project. After a crane hit the bridge earlier this summer, the main traffic will remain open, but with the turning lane closures, delays are expected. Construction should last until the first week of September. A popular pet food company is recalling some of its dog food for possible salmonella. Nature's Variety is voluntarily recalling its Instinct raw chicken formula because products with an April 2016 best buy date may be contaminated. Salmonella can affect animals, but there is also risks to humans from handling the pet food. The recall only affects the Instinct raw chicken formula frozen diet packs, 4, 6, and 7 pound bags. If your pet has eaten the food and it gets these symptoms like fever, vomiting, or anything like that, you should contact your veterinarian. Unused boxes can be returned for a full refund. If you have tickets for the upcoming Taylor Swift concert at the Fargo Dome, you want to double check your calendar because the date has been changed. The concert will now be Monday, October 12th instead of September 9th. If you already purchased tickets, you're automatically guaranteed the same seats. If you can't go because of the date change, refunds are available. The process to get your refund depends on whether you bought the tickets at the box office, online, or on the phone. We have that information on valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story. Still ahead tonight, Valley News Live is riding the rails. Join us as we go live from Lisbon coming up.
And we have some showers, even a thunder shower trying to form out there tonight. I'll let you know what you can expect to see coming up right after this break.